Most of our patients can only just afford to see us here at the clinic. Some can't even afford that. And they certainly can't afford hospital treatment and necessary operations. We've had kids out in the slum who've had broken arms for several days because their mothers can't afford to take them to a clinic. What we try to do with the social department is find some funds to help people. We assess their need, get them the necessary cash, but that is really, really difficult. We can't afford to buy medications we need for the pharmacy, we can't afford to upgrade the treatment room, we can't afford to pay the staff enough money to reward their loyalty and their determination to stay here and help these people. So what can you do?
We have brought together some people from the community. They live there, they live with them, and they are the ones who will tell us, maybe we have a very sick patient here, or this person has this particular need. We don't pay them. So they volunteer to assist their community.
Kuna watu wametoka makwao kuja kutafuta kazi hapa, na mtu anakaa kivyake na anagonjeka kwa nyumba, na hao watu wanasaidika.
It can be really tough going out to the village, and it never really gets any easier. The way I deal with it is by knowing that every little bit helps. I mean, it's naive of you to think that you can somehow save the world, that you can somehow go out there and fix that, because you can't. But everybody can impact on someone else's life, on one other person's life. And so what gets me through is by seeing one person at a time and making a difference for that one person, and just knowing that that is enough. Security-wise, I've never had a problem, and I think to some degree I've been lucky, and another degree I've had lots of people looking out for me. Sometimes it helps being a white woman with blonde hair and a white coat, because you stand out like a sore thumb. There are lots of eyes watching you. There's a lot of gossiping in this place, and word spreads like wildfire. People know very quickly who you are, and people who are associated with this centre and with the clinic are well respected in the community. I mean, there is nothing else but this place for them.
Survival here means doing what you can. Every day, Janet collects charcoal and mixes it with water into a slurry, which she moulds into briquettes. Their sale brings in a paltry income, yet she proudly shows us her shanty home.
Hey, this is my house.
It's all she has: her house, her children, and HIV.
So the majority of women who are HIV positive have actually only ever been with one man, and that's their husband. Because they don't have any power in relationships, they can't demand that their husband uses a condom, they can't refuse him sex, and rape against your wife is not considered a crime in this country. For the rest, they will contract it either through pregnancy and childbirth. Maybe they've had to have a blood transfusion. Also likely is that they've given birth in unsafe, unregistered, unhygienic clinics. Others will be the victims of rape, especially girls and young women. Aside from women being more vulnerable to getting HIV, they are also more vulnerable to the persecution that goes with HIV, and the stigma here is enormous. So a woman who is known to be or even suspected to be HIV positive will be shunned by the community, she'll be isolated from her family, and oftentimes her husband will either abandon her and the children or will kick them out onto the street and refuse to support them anymore. She'll give birth to HIV positive babies. When she dies, her children will join the 1.3 million AIDS orphans in the country.